Hello. There's somebody. No, find the problem. I actually want to leave a message for somebody on this my platform, not on Naomi the Boss. I do blogging on my other page, but this one is my personal page. So I want to reply that fella. You understand? Like I always say, another man's food is another man's poison. Another man's poison is another man's food. Your own likes might be somebody else's hate. Your own hate might be somebody else's like. But always try as much as possible to respect people's opinion and take them for who they are. I respect people's opinion, so you never see me going on people's platform to fight. When you leave a post, I will go there, I will comment, I will say things the way I see it, you know. And the way it's ought to be. You might not be believe in my theory, but I will never come on your platform to insult you or to bully you. Even if you post something I don't like, I will tell you the reason why I don't like that thing. I will never address you as a fool, as an idiot, as a moron. Some people, they say, look at this moron, look at this idiot. You know, you don't say things like that because somebody is still supporting what you're supporting. Does not give you the right to start bullying people. Understand? So try as much as possible to see things in another perspectives. You know, don't think people will see things the way you are saying it, and when people are not seeing things the way you are saying it, don't bully them, don't abuse them. You know, when you see things like that, you just leave your comment, and again, defend your comment. Let them know the reason why you are saying no or yes to a particular topic that you are leaving comments on. You know, then try and dialogue that what you have said is wrong, what you said is right though. The reason why it's right, the reason why it is wrong. But don't go and post and start saying you are a moron or there. I'm You don't say things like that. Everybody don't like in. You know, like I've been saying, I don't follow the crowd and I don't follow what people like, understand? And I haven't said that your likes can never be your likes. Even if your like is my own hate, I won't bring you down and I will not condemn you. The reason why you are liking that thing and the reason why you're supporting that thing is based on to you. I get my point. I am saying from the all of my heart that if Bukola Saraki is going to contest for Nigerian president, and if by any luck the man who was able to get tickets for the presidential election, Boyo win primary in you, I am going to campaign for Bukola Saraki. He didn't give me money. I don't know. You would have seen him sometimes ago, you know. I will never campaign for anyone else. I will support Saraki. The reason why I support Saraki is based on to me. You understand? Somebody that is bad today might be good tomorrow. Somebody that is good today might be bad tomorrow. You understand? For the mere fact that he has no blood on his hand, in the sense that in the history of political system, there is nothing written down about him. Yes, anything. Forget about the issue of a robbery. The man knew nothing of a robbery. And I've said this several times. For the mere fact that he bought somebody a car and somebody wants to go and rob with that car does not mean he's involved in the robbery. For example, I went to the car hire service. I rented a car and I used the car for something else. Probably I used the car to go and rob somebody, and I was caught in the act, which God forbid. Does that mean the company that gave me that I bought the car from is not liable for my own criminal offense? No. Law will not say that way. We should learn how to follow constitution and follow the rules and regulation of laws and respect the rule of law. We should not try to manipulate law. Even our own indigenous law, which is our customary law in Nigeria, right? They will say, ó ti lọ jalè o, ẹnìkan ló fún ní mọ́tò, ẹni tó gba mọ́tò, àtẹni tó ya mọ́tò lè ní gbogbo wọn. Customary law will say that, but after digging deep now, they will not come to the essence where no, it's not so. They also have jury in customary court. Even though the customary court, indigenous law, it is law that is being abided by community. You understand? And at the end of the day, they still bring people. How do you see it? They have their own jury too, and they'll wait and wait and wait and wait, and they'll give their final judgment, their final verdict on that particular issue. That's the reason why I'm not doing this broadcast on my blog page, and because I'm not blogging. I'm just here to reply one of my brothers, Somebody did a post. He said, who will you trust with your money? Is it Buhari or Saraki? Everybody was saying none of them. Some people say Buhari. I said Saraki. Then that came into my inbox. I'm a bastard. That I'm not the Kwara person that is supporting Saraki. I say I am not the only Kwara person supporting Saraki. I'm a member of a Igbo forum. A lot of people are supporting Saraki. But the problem with that forum is that they actually created the forum, right? To promote Igbo community. But some people, they are just there to bully Saraki, to post everything bad about Saraki. So, they will be coming every day posting all kinds of stories about Saraki. But it's a particular person, they're not different from people. There's a particular person. But one thing that people don't understand is that when it comes to history of health in Nigeria, Kwara used to be the best place. All what Wike is doing now in the state, Kwara State started it first under the umbrella of Bukola Saraki, being a medical doctor. But inability to manage this equipment, I will not want to say I won't say so much on that, understand? And I will not want to start emphasizing on where this is the reason why the man is good and everything. I know why the reason why I'm supporting the man. Apart from revelation that I had a dream that I saw this man in Nigeria. Apart from that, this man has using a gold pen to write something that's a very memorable thing. I for the rest of my life, I'll never forget in a hurry. Not for me, but he has committed himself for humanity. And it's not the type that normally that talks too much. He will just do his own thing and keep quiet. He has paid for so many operations abroad. He has helped so many people, widows and everything, and so many that. But you will never know. But it is me. I know because they said, Naomi, you are from Kwara State. In Koba Ilomo Luishe for me, Timi Omori. In Koba Ilomo Luishe for me, Timi Omori. So all this thing, just like when they were saying sometimes it was not when this man passed away. When this man passed away, this man that makes me left Nigeria, what's his name again? Abacha. When Abacha passed away and now gave us interim government then, which is Absalam. So there was this problem that the answer they want Nigeria also go back to civilian civilian rule. They were not contemplating whether they should bring IBB back to come around Nigeria under civilian umbrella. And they mentioned some few other persons and everything, And then, you know what I said? I said, if IBB is going to contest for Nigeria president, I am going to support IBB. Naomi, you are mad, you are crazy. I said, I'm not crazy. Under the IBB's regime, there is nothing like poverty in Nigeria. Though there was a bit shaking in the country, but it's not as terrible as Abacha's regime. Abacha's regime is as good as Buhari's regime. It's just simple, different. Remember? They were killing, they were as an open killing every day, open fire for you every day. They kill people openly every day. They have no rule, they have no respect for rule of law. Once you are caught, you are dead. If you sleep with any of us, whatever, a lot of people suffered, you understand? You know, if not because of interaction of God, we would have lost dear into the plant coup, and all of them, to the majority of them. Look at how this man was killed, Abela was killed. Look at how they kill his wife, wreck his business, so many things like that. So it's really was very, very brutal, understand? So I was like, if they want to bring anybody out, I'm going to support Babangida. People are like, Oti Yaweri, me Yaweri. So I don't the politician. I ain't taking the member of Mr. Winnie. You know, money me Yaweri, they me me. The reason why what I'm saying is that you should learn. There is a reason behind everything in life. I am not saying IBB is perfect, is a perfect man. But sometimes not good enough is better than good for nothing. Nigeria of today, to the best of my knowledge, everyone that have been coming out to say is good for presidency and everything. Èmi ò tí rí ẹni tó beat Saraki no. When it comes to character, Saraki might not be good enough, no, but it's not good enough. It's better than good for nothing. All those people, they are good for nothing. The role they played before they now move to APC, before they now move back to PDP again, we all know their role. Understand? The political history of Nigeria is written everywhere in color, not even black and white, except if you don't know about the history of Nigeria. When they mention anybody's name in Nigeria today, you will know the part they've taken in Nigerian politics. Their action, their role, their character, their attitude, you will know. But there is nothing that Saraki has ever done. Apart from ìkànnì kò sí Nigeria Kwara ṣe kò sí ọ̀nà ìlú yẹn develop and everything. Governor ló máa develop ọ̀nà ni. Because he's a Senate president, then what to Kwara ṣe? Is it his duty? Only kálukú iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe and everything. And ever since this man entered as to the Senate president, he has never had peace of mind. They did not even allow him to enjoy his Senate. The Senate as Senate president. They have been victimizing this man for a very long time, criticizing him. When they voted him in as Senate president, they wanted Benjamin to be Senate president. That was wow. They should impeach him. Benjamin have to be king. It's not our party. You know, they said so many things. To the glory of God and the help of Almighty people from the Senate, they backed him up, became Senate president. You know, was able to get his votes, highest vote from the PDP party. Even though he left the party for APC. But from the PDP, they know the guy was a good guy when he was with them. When he was PDP then, before he moved out to APC. It is because of the trust they have in him. That was why they voted him into power. Even though he abandoned the group, he left PDP when PDP was, you know, when they are facing a very tough challenge. But PDP said no. Even though you are now APC, we are going to support him because you are a good material in our group. The reason why you went to APC is best known to you and best known to your Almighty God. But because of that, we will not judge you based on that. This was what PDP people were saying. Because then Bukola too has lost what? Has lost hope. He has lost hope. That no, they are going to kick me out. I also disappointed PDP. I left the party when the party was facing crisis and everything. You know that they are not going to vote me in. So they were so sure that Benjamin Amila is going to win. But unfortunately, during the election at the Senate House, it was Saraki that came first, that has the highest bid in the house. Because why? The PDP, I still remember Wiki and everyone of them that time. I read the speech. And I read the speech of this other guy, you know. Majority of them that has decamped to a PDP now, then they did not even vote, they didn't vote for Saraki during the Senate election at the Senate. They didn't vote for him. I get my point. But because PDP understands Saraki, even though Saraki left them, they still go ahead and cast their vote for Saraki. They voted for him. They gave Saraki their vote. Because why? They know they knew that it was a good, but when it was in PDP. They didn't judge him based on what he has done to them by leaving APC when APC was going through crisis. He felt so bad. Even his own people that he came to join, which is APC, they didn't vote for him. They had their own whatever. They have their own candidates. These are the reasons why I'm saying that if you don't understand somebody too well, you will not be able to understand the reason why a particular person is supporting a particular person. If I now support Saraki, I am not saying you should join me to support Saraki. I am supporting Saraki because I believe in Saraki. It's not about not referring Kwara State. I believe in his policy. I believe in his ideology. I believe in his systematic way of working. And the way normally deliver his service and everything. You cannot predict him. He's unpredictable. The same vote of confidence that the PDP people casted for him during his election at the Senate, despite that the man left PDP for APC, did not look into that and they voted him to power. The same thing, you don't understand Bialagbare Yoshiman work. It's not about imperfection that I am voting for. I am not supporting Saraki because of maybe the man is perfect. It's not about perfect or imperfection. He's an imperfect man, you understand? But the reason why I'm supporting Saraki is that Saraki will change the history of Nigeria. I know what I'm talking about. And if at the end of the day, to betray trust him, trust me. I do me go because Saraki can move things around. I know what I'm talking about. Is somebody this there's an issue that happened between a man when I was doing my research. That was in 2014. Did I mention Saraki's name? That was when I was doing my psychology. There's this medical doctor man that he lives in England. He now came to Ireland to deliver some message. He now referenced Saraki. That there was the day when the medical college something happened. There was no way out and everything. Say this Nigerian guy. This was an English person. He said, this Nigerian guy, he said, Naomi, when you say you're from Kwara State, I won't doubt your brain. I don't doubt the way you do your things. In my school, when you do your exam, they ask to come and defend your exam. When you do your test, they ask to come and defend your test. Because I'm doing that to do with humanitarian. It's all about empowerment of a country, empowerment of children, empowerment of everything. So I'm dealing with children, family, youth, and society. You understand? So anything I sound about for me, they will ask to come and defend your assignment. So I was actually defending my thesis then, which is my project, my BA honors project in my school. I was defending. They want to know if I actually did the rest myself or I pay someone to do it for me, you know? So the man was not saying that what part of Nigeria are you from? So I'm from Kwara State. So, oh my goodness, go and sit down. He now brought up the issue of Saraki. So there was this powerful equation, powerful medical word that they could not solve. They don't even know what it is. They cannot even, they cannot even analyze for anything. This guy just could say, it's like this, it's like that. And they did it that way, and everything worked perfectly. Meanwhile, they have been battling something for the past 6 hours. The guy was there just observing and everything, observing and reading. And I said, okay, guys, hands off. Got there, and he did it. So pass a medical exam abroad is always very, very hard, especially when you are from Africa. Go and look at the history of educational background of Saraki. His academic status, his academic grades. Go and check it. Any man who talk less, is a very good man. When they make mistake, their mistake is not going to be very, very obvious. They will know how to correct their mistake easily. Because why? It won't pronounce because they don't talk too much. A lot of Nigerians today cannot even recognize the voice of Saraki. They might know him as picture and everything. Understand? Now let me start this as an example. For example, now Ademi Fayose Saraki. Fayose is the Senate president. You think you think it's going to behave like Saraki? It's going to be quiet. The way they'll be attacking him, you have to leave the Senate. Do you think Fayose will not reply them? Do you think Fayose will not cause any drama? Even up to this morning, Oshomole said, Saraki, you have to vacate that your Senate seat except you be disgraced, because I'm still on top of your case. I will make sure they impeach you before you finish your tenure. Because why? He wants APC to be in the seat of Senate, and it will never happen. If the guy don't finish his tenure, he won't go. And the guy is so smart. He pick up the ticket of Senate and pick up the ticket of the presidency. If he does not go for the presidency, he will continue as the Senate president. Simple as that. I get my point. Because what is very, very wise. So I beg in the name of God. I have said it several times, not once, not twice. When anybody did a post and somebody left to comment on that post, don't go and start attacking that person. Calling me a bastard ọmọ àlè lọ́rin, ọmọ àlè Kwara ní ẹ́, ẹ̀yin wèrè tẹ́ ń dà lu Kwara run náà nìyẹn, àbáyé ní torí àbáyé ní change lọ́wọ́ ni, ro tàwa mẹ̀kúnnù, ro tàwa mẹ̀kúnnù mọ́ra yín, ẹ̀ ń support Saraki, kíni o kíni kan. Mo ní okay, kíni sọ nǹkan méjì pàtó tí Saraki ṣe tó lọ́wọ́ sí, tí o fi ṣe fẹ́ kí tó ṣe like bó ṣe sọ pé okay Saraki ni mo support. Mi ní kò bá mi support Saraki, mo ní èmi Saraki mo ní support. Somebody put a post and said, Saraki or Buhari, whom are you going to trust with your money? And everybody was saying nobody. Somebody said Buhari, somebody said nobody. Someone said none of the above. I said, okay, me Saraki. You need to walk into my house without abusing me. You don't need to abuse me. You don't need to abuse me. Because you said it that you supported Saraki Buhari. I didn't walk into your house without abusing you. You support your Buhari and I support my Saraki. I have said several times, I am not a Buhari person. When they were saying, Sister Naomi, Sister Naomi, let's take it back. Let's support Showore. I said, I am not so worried. I won't support Showore. Based on my own observation about Showore. When a man, whoever that lacks integrity can never rule Nigeria. Whoever that is very, very impatient can never rule Nigeria. Yesterday was at the Oni of Ife Palace. It was tear gas there, the tear gas team and tear gas Oni of Ife. I was on my platform and I did the show. I said, whoever that is responsible for it, for that stupid act at the other palace yesterday, did a very wrong thing. That no matter what, even if you're having grudges, Showore, you should have allowed Showore to leave that place before you started your show of shame. You know, I was supported Showore and I gave her to the people behind the scene and everything. Then I pleaded with them that even if you're political thugs or you're supporting a particular party, there's no point going to extreme to support your party. You can support your party without turning yourself to criminals or thug, you know. And I pleaded that with everybody, you know. I was supported Showore. I said, even though Showore is not my kind, but what you have done to that guy is not good, you know. After I did that show yesterday, this morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, somebody woke me up from America. He says, Naomi, I love your show that you did yesterday. It's very good. But then the truth story is that if I happen to be there yesterday, I will not only use tear gas. If I have gun, I will blow it up to scare everybody. I said, what happened? Why will you do that? He said Showore was very, very rude. That the tear gas has got nothing to do with political thugs or political boys. That they actually intentionally did it to punish Showore. But unfortunately, there's something got to the palace people, the Kabese and everything. I said, what do you mean? What happened? He said Showore came into the palace. Everybody was prostrating, greeting the Ooni of Ife. And Showore was standing. He was saying, Kabese, bending his leg. That everyone was standing up, prostrate, this Oba and everything. He said, did not do anything until they were telling him, he didn't listen to them. One person that wanted to go and whisper and said, it is culture. This man is number one Oba. You cannot stand on your feet to do what? To greet the man. While they were saying this, he now went trying to pursue and everything. But somebody was angry. Now tear gassed him. Because I said on my platform yesterday that no ordinary man can ever have access to tear gas. It has to be law enforcement agent person. But somebody was telling me though that even though as Oba is now, he might have police there and the police might have tear gas. That maybe because he was standing, somebody must one of the police in the palace must have tear gassed him or somebody. I said, well, that's none of my own business, you know. So for you, who is coming out to tell people that you want to be president of Nigeria, you went to the. I have the picture. I'll post it for you so I can see it. The man sent me the photographs. You went to the palace of Ooni of Ife and you are standing on your 2 feet. You didn't prostrate for the man. You didn't greet the man. You were so rude. And not only that, I saw the video where he was shouting, giving out to Oni of Ife, saying, Kabiyesi, how can this stupid thing happen in your palace? They tear gas me and my boss in your palace? Who did that? He was shouting on top of his voice. He said, right in your palace. You mean there's no security in your palace? There's no this in your palace? You know? Arrogant. Not only that, he was giving out to Kabiyesi that we schedule a meeting for so time, that you are now coming now 3 hours, 4 hours later. That why is it that we Africans don't keep the time? Even you Kabiyesi, you're not keeping the time. When this one was telling me what, I was like, is it true? He said, yes. I don't believe the story. But could you believe Sahara Reporter actually published it on his on his website, and I copied the story and I gave him I referenced the source. So the people that got angry, tear gassed him. Somebody who is behaving like that, how is he going to manage Nigeria? To the best of my knowledge, the man that has managed Nigeria in times of criticism, abuse, insults, and everything is what? Is Jonathan. Jonathan will never reply to any critics. There is no name they didn't call that man. He didn't fight anybody. And he boomed the economy of Nigeria, including especially our agriculture. During his tenure, there was total eradication of importation of what? Importation of sugar. A lot of things happened under his regime. But yet, they said the man did nothing. All the grade I give to people today concerning the rail and everything, it was handwork of Jonathan. They only went to go and complete his job. Majority of those jobs has been paid for before Jonathan left the office. But today, nothing. If Jonathan government was able to get that money that was paid to them, the Abacha slot during his regime, Nigeria would have moved forward. I get the point. But the man you are calling your president, they paid him Abacha's loot, billions of dollars. He now used the money to do what? To do charity in Nigeria. And the charity don't even go anywhere. We are over what? Over 200 million. And it was billion that was given to him in dollars. If he has changed the money into naira and gave each person in Nigeria 2 million or 3 million naira, but we know that yes, the Abacha loot went around. But he used the Abacha loot for something else, and he was claiming that he used it for charity for Sarah. He now went to go and borrow the same amount of money that he wasted on useless charity in China. Knowing truly well that even before he borrowed the money, the country has already fallen into recession. Nigeria, this is the second time Nigeria is falling into recession. The first time was 1983, and the second time is what? 2018. And the president of those years, the president that ruled Nigeria in 1983, when Nigeria first entered the first recession, is Buhari. And the second time the Nigeria fell into recession again is what? Is Buhari. And you are telling to support that kind of a man. I support people with vision and mission. That man is too old. His head is not functioning at all. Let us be realistic. It is not the man that is ruling. It is wicked people that want him in power that is ruling. And because of what they are benefiting from the man, they just put the man there as the figurehead. Why they are looting money. Amnesty International Transparency, right, said, and I quote, that Nigeria is the corruption under Buhari's regime is worse than that of 1995. And they said, in the history of Nigeria after independence, right, the worst president that Nigeria will ever have is Buhari. I'm not the one that said it. Go on Amnesty International, whatever, Transparency, and go and read everything. Then from there, evaluate it, okay? Then reach your conclusion. Then at the end of the day, give yourself your limitation on the outcome of their research on Nigeria, on the outcome of the result. You will see everything is there. If this man should come into power by 2021, there's nothing left in this country again. Nothing. You won't have anything again. Because the country is finished. A governor of a state like Mohammed came out and started saying that, I saw the post yesterday, that the Yahoo Nigerian Yahoo should come and borrow Nigerian money, that Nigeria is broke. Whether it's a comedy or it's for real, oh, I don't even know. But I know it's true because the man talks too much. There's nothing he cannot say. Why are they having a problem in Lagos State? Because they said everybody should raise funds from Lagos State so that they can use the fund to fund the election in Osun State. And everybody kicked against it. How can they raise money in Lagos State to sponsor election in Osun State? So the status of that armed body is at the edge of impeachment. So why can't you reason well, Nigerians? I keep saying I have nothing to lose in that country. The only reason why I've come to Nigeria is because of my parents. I have no parents anymore. I've got my other children there, and anytime from now they will join me. Even if they don't join me, majority of them are in Ghana and South Africa studying. I only have one left in Nigeria. Two of them left in Nigeria. And whenever I'm going to Africa country, it's not compulsory I have to go to Nigeria. I can always send tickets to my family, my siblings, meet me in Dubai. They will catch our phone and I will turn back to my base. I don't need to go to Nigeria. I don't need to before I can see my family. But because of people who do not have the opportunity and the chance to stay in Nigeria, that is the reason why I want the best for that country. And I'm repeating myself. By 2030, I don't think, or 2025, I don't think there's going to be Nigeria again. The way this is going now, we have no choice than to go our separate ways. And I will confidently support my Odua Republic. I swear to God Almighty. Because there is no point. The most region that is producing the best, producing as in source of Nigerian income, are being marginalized. There's no point. Let everybody return back to their region. Let people go on their own. Hausa on their own. Yoruba on their own. And Fulani go on their own. They let them go and mind their region. Whatever they can make out of their destiny. Because there's no point coming under one umbrella of one Nigeria. When the national cake is not going around. Over 1,000 students are graduating from the university every year in Nigeria as an engineer. And yet, none of them has ever built one single road for us in Nigeria. They have never built one railway track for us in Nigeria. And the Nigerian man is in India and China, teaching them engineer at the university. His own student that he taught in China came to Nigeria to come and build the Nigerian rail. Are you people crazy? If those people can get a good job in Nigeria, won't they stay in their own country? When I was born in the early 70s, Nigeria was so good then. Our 1 naira then, just 1 naira. Our 1 naira then was how much? Was 6 pounds. 7 pounds. It was the white people that was working in every hospital in Lagos State then. I grew up with an Oyinbo doctor. My doctor is an Oyinbo guy. They left Nigeria when the country fell into recession in 1983. Under the umbrella of what? Mr. Buhari. That was when introduced another Ghana must go. Those I was doing my job in Nigeria, making money, booming the economy of Nigeria. He sent them back to Ghana. And before you know it, every company started folding up. Because why? They were auctioning their goods at wholesales. They just like what they are doing to Nigerians in South Africa, destroying their shop, destroying their business. They want them to go back to their country. He also did the same to foreigners in Nigeria. Go and Google this history. I am not lying. He has no conscience. He's a manipulator. There was a decree that the man changed to execute somebody, and they killed the guy in Nigeria. One evil guy like that. When the guy committed the offense, as a result of committing the offense, the dead does not carry death penalty. But the man has to do what? Manipulate the law so that the law they don't not catch up on that guy, they not kill the guy. So just like this that I've said, it's not somebody is telling me this story, it's what I know. So I weigh their character, their everything, their record and everything. So that's how before I can support you, I need to know much about you. I am not saying you have to be 100% okay, 100% perfect. Even if you are 7% perfect, but then there are some character that they should not find within you. Especially when it has to do with humanity. Crime against humanity. when it has to do with people who does not have respect for rule of law. It's like you telling me to campaign for Shomole as Nigerian president. I will never campaign for Shomole as Nigerian president. Because why? He loves to make law to suit himself. He's a manipulator. And he will do anything to be in power. But Saraki has been following the rule of law ever since he became the Senate president. He has never breached the law. Before he would do anything, we'll look at the law first. Because why? Studying abroad. So I am supporting based on that. So stop calling me bastard. And this is going to be the last time that I'm going to address this issue. If you call me bastard, I will blog you. I will blog you, blog everything about you. So just let me be. I won't cross my boundary. I won't offend you. I won't cross your lane. You understand? You will do your things. I will do my own things. Even bring for Saraki picture tomorrow. So I say Saraki is a thief, he's a criminal. None of my own business. The least I can do is to do what? To block that post. So I won't see the post again. But for me to now come under that profile and start saying Saraki is not a thief, that you say that is thief, I won't say that. So don't attack my post. I won't attack your post too. Okay? Even if you are doing your comedy making fun of Saraki, making fun of don't have my own business. It's quick, Sarah, whatever will be. You understand? No matter what, whatever will be. Even if at the end of the day, Saraki don't become president of Nigeria, it won't change anything about me. Whoever that won the election, we will have no choice than to do what to support that person. Or we gang up against that person and kick that person out. Not in a criminal way, by law. There are some people that that Nigerians can never allow them to rule them again. We have lots of them out there. If anyone that should come into power through manipulation or through rigging or anything, we have no choice than to kick it out of power. There's too much trouble in the land and people are suffering in Nigeria. So support your candidate and I support my own candidate too. Okay? I have spoken now. And I'm not coming back again to say anything concerning this issue again. So just respect yourself. The heaven is what? Is wide. For every bird to follow or to fly. So you fly your own, I fly my own. And stop reporting to my family. Talk to your sister. She's supporting Saraki. It's not my own business. I'm not the politician. My father was not a politician. My father was not even a civil servant. He has been a private man. He's a business tycoon. He has been working for himself all his life. You know, my father has not to do with the federal government or anything apart from paying his tax. That's the only thing that my father do. Pay his tax, go to the bank. That's the only thing. I get my point. So, likewise me, I am not a politician. But I want the best for my country, Nigeria. So that is that. So God bless you. Good night. When it is 9 o'clock, nobody can hold me back. I always feeling asleep. So already, I am sleeping. I am talking and I'm sleeping. So I don't have anything against you, but I beg you in the name of God, stop bullying me, stop abusing me, stop calling me bastard. When you look, if you know my father too well, you know that I'm not a bastard. For support, because I said I like Saraki, stop calling me bastard. And if this thing if you don't like what I'm saying, you can just forget. There's no point listening to what I'm saying. You understand? So just respect yourself. And because I've been respecting myself, a lot of you have been stepping on my toe. You understand? And I thank God for those who have been supporting me. Those who are supporting me, they are more than those of you that have been abusing me. It's a particular people that has been abusing, but a lot of people will just walk into my inbox and say, Sister Naomi, let me tell you one thing. We are supporting Saraki. We are going to vote for Saraki. But it's just that we don't want any trouble. You know? We know what we want. We know who can do it. So that is that. So God bless you. Bye-bye. Hello. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Èmi ò ṣẹ́rù gàmbàrí o. Iná gàmbàrí lèmi náà. Bọ̀ gàmbàrí tí mo ṣe gàmbàrí jàkìjàkì. Pápá lèmi náà. Mélòó God bless everybody. You don't need to abuse people to make your point. You can make your point without throwing shade, without abusing anybody, without fighting anybody. Stop going on people's ground to fight. Master like Jack, fight. What's already way? Don't Buhari tí ọmọ ẹni tí òun ẹ̀ tí ọmọ yàrá yàrá bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ọmọ anybody. It is well. God bless you. Bye.